I don't want to go into the papers, but let's just quickly talk about that Chelsea PSG game briefly. See some stats that will come up on your screens. But Cecilia, the records are looking good for PSG. Whenever they see Chelsea, they're fired up. We'll listen to what Gusidi has to say, but Chelsea's out of the competition.
Okay, I didn't know who come here so easily. But then, after the game last night, PSG have actually now scored about 10 Champions League goals against Chelsea. And Barcelona is the only team that have scored more, 18. That's not good. And PSG are the first French team to reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League in 4 consecutive seasons. And also, another one, PSG are the 4th team in Europe's top 5 leagues to score 100 goals in all competitions this season. Okay, Barcelona have scored 132, Real Madrid 107, and Borussia Dortmund 103.
Wow.
As these teams are on fire. Diego Costa has scored or assisted 17 goals in his past 15 games in all competitions for Chelsea, 11 goals and 6 assists. Where was he when Jose Mourinho was around? Okay, Costa has scored in each of his past 5 games at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea, his best run for the Blues. He's actually the best player right now for Chelsea. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been directly involved in 29 Champions League goals for PSG since 2012, 19 goals and 10 assists, 7 more than any other player. Well, that's a huge one. Now, Zlatan, you know, before the game, Gary Cahill talked about him, Guzendig talked about him, and this is a player they really needed to watch out for. They tried, but they just couldn't. And if you check when Diego Costa was removed, it's like the thorn in the flesh was actually removed, and of course they had to get a chance.
That's the problem. I'm go through social media, a lot of Chelsea fans are saying the same thing, that, because Costa left. Chelsea is a big team. You don't take one player off and they start struggling. Besides, it's team football.
Wait, you took a player, he was off, and who came on? Traore. Now, check the bench. When Angel Di Maria left, I was like, why substitute this guy? And who came on? Edison Cavani. So, you have a rich bench, and you have big top players, and check Chelsea. They don't have that. They don't have the luxury of such players.
Yeah, maybe
and having
moment,
had a very bad season, they're trying to, recover, bounce back from what happened beginning of the season.
That's right.
But Champions League exits.
Chelsea is going through a lot, and I expected that they could have done more for this game against PSG. But let's go back to Zlatan. Remember, at the press conference, he was doing a lot of mind games. If I don't win the Champions League, it's nothing for my career. I've been there, done that. Doing all of that so that the Chelsea defenders can actually go to sleep, and he'll do what he did to give them the winner. But again, Cecilia, aside what has happened with Mourinho and Chelsea this season, Chelsea has no reason whatsoever. Sex Fabregas came out and said, look, we are big players. We're being paid huge sum of money. We should justify our pay. So I don't care if it's Traore that is coming on, or you take off Costa and then you bring in another striker. Chelsea is Chelsea, and they're putting money into the club. They should impress.
Sometimes names don't play football, especially when the players fail to live up to expectation. Take a look at Manchester United. Someone actually called them red puppies right now, because the Red Devil is no longer there because nobody's afraid of them. They're not afraid of the name anymore, because when you look at the players that are there, so names don't play football anymore. That's why you can see a team actually beating Real Madrid 3 times in a row, even at their home ground. So it happens like that. Well, Guzendig talked about him, talking about Zlatan, and of course the reason why they lost that game. He knows. So let's hear from him.
Disappointed. I think when you analyze a bit the game roughly, then we started to make too respectful in the first 10-15 minutes, I think, on one hand. On the other hand, this is a team who knows to play the short possession game very well. You must be very careful not to be outplayed in the first part of the game. We were too respectful, but later on we got this 1-0 down, and we lost that wrong respect, and we tried to defend a little bit more forwardly. We won the duels, and from there on we got the well-deserved equalizer. There were some chances both ways in the first half. Second half, I think we pushed. We tried to get the 2-1. We were on the edge in around the 65th minute to score, and we didn't do so. And in the 67th minute, with their little attack, they killed the game at that moment. Yeah, I think he's proving already many years what kind of player he is. He's a personality. He is the boss in this team, and they use him perfectly. Strong, physically strong, mentally strong, and tactically. So he's not the youngest, but even on his age for football, he's doing very well, and he can adapt himself, I think, also through his big personality rather easily in any league in Europe.
Okay. He said Zlatan, you know, he's a top player, so any league he wants to go to. Well, he said he will actually want to come to England. I think every club will actually want to get him now. He was he like a 34-year-old boy yesterday?
He wasn't. He
Man.
wasn't. That's because
He was like
you had to
24.
use boy, I understand. Because of the level of energy you saw.
It was wonderful.
I think class is permanent.
Yes.
You know, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been there, done that, experienced striker anytime,
Pure
any day.
class.
He's good in the air, he runs properly, he's good with the passes, he can shoot, he's a complete
Sumptuous one.
you know, striker. So, but it's important we mention that this PSG team, even if they respect Zlatan, it's not tied around Zlatan. See the sort of midfield play they have. They say, that's why I keep saying, everybody will shout Messi, 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 and you forget that there's so much quality in that Barca team.
Around him.
As in so much quality, as in everybody, down to Sergio, everybody's playing good football, you know. So I like the fact that it started with the fact that Chelsea is disappointed at the way they played, because I mean at Stamford Bridge you should give everything you have. Yes, no, like Remy is injured. Falcao from the moment they bought it, he's been injured till now, and then we understand all that has happened with the movement of players.
Pato, when is he going to play?
Exactly. There again, people ask, like, oh, you brought Alexander Pato, what's going on? Why is he not playing?
Just let him play.
It's part of the problems of Chelsea at the moment.
There's some games to watch out for tonight, but just look at the papers because it's everywhere on the papers. Complete Sports, of course, has this big one which says mother of all games. Mother of all games, Battle of Britain, Liverpool and Manchester United. That's the big one tonight. And both clubs compete in Europa League. Wow, okay. Interesting. That's the most successful clubs in England and right now in Europe. And right now they're competing in the second tier of the Champions League.
It's been a busy season for Liverpool, playing all the top teams in England and then meeting them again in the Europa League. I think Liverpool have the quality to do that one against Manchester United.
Okay,
there's also
definitely.
Dortmund and Tottenham.
Tottenham,
that's
that's
get us
another
talking
one.
too.
Talking also.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing much on the papers from that one except the Dortmund big boy talking about Aubameyang. Says,
right.
well, he denied £100 million bid for Aubameyang. That's the Dortmund is actually denying the £100 million bid for him. That's coming from Complete Sports.
Okay, that's about it.
Interesting for us.
Also, I remember tonight, Eugenio Nazi's Lazio will be playing Sparta Prague. Let's wish him all the best.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you guys for joining us on the program. We'll definitely be back here again tomorrow. Right? Okay. And of course, what do you need to watch out for today? We talked about the Liverpool game and Manchester United, the big one, and Borussia Dortmund and Tottenham. So these are the big two games to watch out for Europa League. So it's getting more interesting. Thursday football. I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Bye for now.
And I'm Austin Okonakwa. Remember, you can keep talking to us on Twitter or channels_sports, and on Facebook or channels-sports. That's the show on behalf of the team. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.